My humble greeting to everyone who are watching me right now, okay, live. I'm Rakesh Fresta for continuous 2 weeks. I'm here with you, okay, for English classes, and today for grade 9 students at this point of time, I am with you people, and we're going to learn about something interesting in understanding the vocabulary in our everyday language. Topic is here, decisions, plans, intentions. And at the end of the class, if I get some access time or spare time, I will introduce to you some other interesting vocabulary skills. Again, that will be a bonus, but I'm not certain on that part right now because we've got only 30 minutes. Let's start with the class. Anyways, see some words that I have displayed on the board. Okay, right from the top to the bottom: occasions, festivals, New Year's, the holidays, events. And then one more interesting word: humor. All right, okay. We encounter with these situations in our life, like be it occasions or we are meeting festivals. New Year's is approaching near. We have got holidays in our lives. We have events, okay, to enjoy. There are questions. For instance, if you're in school, okay, and your holidays are about to start, your teacher will probably ask you questions. So, holidays are approaching, my dear students. What are you going to do? And then some of you will start answering, okay, to your teachers. I will do this and that, okay. I will not do this. Perhaps many other things. And I know, like many students, you will use the tense will. All right, I'm slowly taking you to the content. Pay attention. So here I've said like you use will. Now someone will ask you, okay, your new year is coming. What are your resolutions? Are very common questions to every one of us. What is your new year resolution? What are you going to do? Focus with the question that I ask. What are you going to do? And your usual answers again will come. Okay, I will do this. I will not do this. Okay, I will do that. I will go here. I will buy this. Okay, I will make changes in my behavior. I will come up with this and that. So basically, we keep on using will, no doubt, because that is very common as the word that we keep on using, okay, while we answer to some of the interesting question like this. After the vacation, now, how was your vacation? Nice. How was your exam? Nice. How was your father? Nice. How are you doing? Nice. Thumbs up to your nice command. You always have got nice to reply. But how interesting these are, and do we even know like this is actually helping the people who are talking to us understand what we are exactly trying to say? Or do you think we have met their expectation in communication? Because when we have communication, there is always a relationship which you need to, okay, acknowledge. I'm a speaker, there is a listener, and if you're exchanging your ideas, of course, there are something that we need to understand. So today's class will focus on that. To make it, okay, quite apprehensive, I would like to draw two instances using humor. The first instance, a kind of a joke, like, so once what happened, a boy, okay, maybe of your age, called a friend who happened to be a girl, okay, he liked. And during the conversation, okay, this girl, okay, told the boy, well, tomorrow there will be nobody in my house. What do you think? The boy takes a signal, okay, there will be nobody in the house, and he thinks of, okay, making it a chance. So the next day, when he goes to meet his friend in the house, okay, he is perplexed to find that there is actually nobody in the house. He feels very embarrassed for not understanding the language because she put it very cleanly. Okay, there will be nobody in the house, and she used will like you people. So here, will in this particular instance, I brought new use of will as a neutral case. Now, what is this neutral case? Let us understand, okay, in another humor example. I brought this example from a movie that I've watched, and this is a beautiful movie, okay, a decade back, I believe, played by Kenny Reeves, okay, The Matrix. So the one of the interesting and the major character in this movie was Morpheus, and In this particular instance, he's talking to staff who is working under him, and he speaks to his staff, whom he trusts, okay, a lot. So Morpheus says, "My dear friend, next week, perhaps, or in the near future, we are going to have a great battle with our enemies. In that time, I will need you more than anything else. So you will have to trust me." He gets a reply, "I will, sir." Again, the context goes to "I will, sir." See here, "I will, sir." Yeah, he was being very contextual. Morpheus was asking, okay, he asked, "You will have to trust me." And he replied, "I will, sir." But Morpheus is not happy, and he looks at this person angrily. Why? We come to know right after the person replies to him with making a small change in his dialogue. Instead of "will," he says "do." "I do, sir." Morpheus smiles at this replies. Now, what have you learned from this two contexts is like a small change in your sentence can carry a very different meaning. "I will, sir" actually makes Morpheus felt that he doesn't trust him at present. And he's even thinking about, okay, a doubt, whether I will think, where I will be positive, I will trust you, okay, in the future. I am not certain, because new is neutral. It's 50%. It can happen, it may not happen. But when you say "I do, sir," okay, you are trying to signify the meaning that at present you do, and therefore there's no doubt that you will have this trust on him in future. Now we will begin, okay, in exploring these particular uses in our everyday communications. Watch in the screen, okay? I've played something for you. There is tick and the cross, so what is right and what is wrong. We're going to connect our present with the future. This is what I have mentioned it here. How to understand present, how to understand future. What is future, my dear students? Do you think future is like tomorrow? Future is like, okay, a week after, or next year, or 10 years after, or 100 years after? Can I consider a moment after now? Like, this is exactly, okay, 11:25. So can I consider 11:26 the future? The answer is yes. So if that is future, can I use present tense to talk about that future? The answer again is yes. But what are those tenses? How we are going to do that? That is a lesson we are going to talk about in my class today. So the class begins. Going to, okay, plans, intention, predictions, based on evidence. We're going to explain all these things. Will, okay, highlighted with blue. See, what are the meanings? Promise, instant decision, offer, predictions, okay, with no evidence. Going to is with evidence. Okay, when you use will, no evidence. What are these? We'll try to, okay, read the examples and then understand. And apart from that, present continuous, okay. Are we simply going to use present continuous to talk about the present thing that are taking place? Or we are going to use that, okay, to talk about future? Quite interesting, right? We have never, okay, thought of using this present continuous because it exactly means present. We can use it for future. Let's work on this. Will, first, I use will to make a very quick decision, like snap decision or instant decisions. And with that, I try to tell you that, okay, I am not certain on my decision. So any moment I can do this. Decisions made instantaneously with no planning at all. Like, see, I like the dress. I'm visiting a mall and I say, I like the dress. I will buy it. I just made a very quick decision. I really don't know whether this is going to be good for me or not, whether, okay, this is going to be on my budget or not. I just don't know. I just make a very snap decision. How will you pay, madam? Okay, I'll pay in cash. I'll pay in cash. Like, it's a quick decision taken again. Oh, look, it's snowing. Okay, I'll stay at home. Quick decision. But you're not certain. You might go out instantly. You never know. All right? So will, if I'm using will in my sentence, what I'm trying to say is like, okay, I am neutral. Okay, and whatever I say using will can happen or cannot happen. The school will declare tomorrow a holiday. May happen, may not happen, but you should not trust fully on the person who spoke to you with that. So whenever someone uses will, you have to know that this is just a neutral case. Move on. I haven't got any money with me. All right, I will pay this time. So he's making again a very quick decision, and that is what it happens if you use will. John, what does this word mean? I don't know. I will look it up in the dictionary. So we are making quick decisions by using will. But with will, what are the other colloquial expressions that we can use? Let's focus on this. First is we can use I think, because it shows you that you're not certain. Or if you want to be negative, okay, you can say I don't think. Like I think I will buy a bicycle, okay, as a gift for my brother. I don't think I will buy the bicycle as a gift for my brother. He doesn't like them much. So it's on your choice. Or okay, equivalent, you can also use perhaps, I will, perhaps, I won't. Or sometimes, okay, you can also use maybe, okay, equivalent to perhaps. Maybe I will do this, maybe I will not do this. The focus is, okay, the word will. And when you understand will, like I've said, okay, we are going to talk about our possibilities, not certainties. Predictions. How can I use will for making predictions? Unlike decisions, so predictions goes here. You can forecast a future event. This is the weather forecast, like you hear it in televisions and radios. It will rain in London tomorrow morning, but it won't snow. So you're just making a prediction, but you never know. Your prediction might go wrong, and it might not rain, or even if it rains, it says like it won't snow, but it might. You never know. Okay, you're just making a predictions. You're being very light, and you're taking a safe zone. Will robots dominate the world in 2050? Little technology, we use. He will graduate in 5 years' time, but you never know. He might take 7, or he might just graduate in 2, if that is a possibility. It will be like a miracle, but there is a possibility, all right, because you're using will. We're just making predictions. You're forecasting. I'm sure the world will be a better place in near future. Though you say, I'm sure, I am certain, I know, whatever you say, your predictions will just remain a prediction, because prediction is prediction after all. It's not something that will happen for sure. If there is certainty, if there is sureness, in something that you know and you have got evidence, I will not prefer to use will. I'll prefer to use some other structures, which we're going to work out now. So last sentence, in this slide, he won't be president for much longer. That is your prediction again. Maybe, he's got scandalized, or he has shown that he is not interested in doing this job. Maybe this person is a friend of yours, and you're just making a prediction on him. Now, we will go a little different concept in understanding, tense that I've highlighted here with structures. See the imperfect structures. Imperfect meaning continuous structures. Subject, it can vary, singular to plural. And then because you're talking about present, our focus is present, I use the 3 present auxiliary verbs, am, is, are. So with these, there are variations. On your screen, you can see planning to, thinking of, intending to, going to, and then the last one is a simple present continuous structures, and then I have instructed, positive and negative. So positive and negative, it's up to your choice. It depends upon the situation in which you are speaking. But right now, my concern is, if I say, I will, open a bank account. Maybe I have won a big lottery, or I have inherited a lot of money. I'm a rich man now, and I quickly make a decision, I will open a bank account. Now, this is just your quick decision, like I've said. We're not sure. But if I am sure about doing this particular thing, and I have made my plan, I'm sharing my intention for you because you're listening to me and you want to know, this is what I am going to do for sure. No doubt, guaranteed. Then I would prefer to use one of the structures that I have listed on my screen. Like, instead of saying I will open a bank account, I prefer to say now, okay, I am going to open a bank account. See there, I'm going to open a bank account, or I can say, okay, I am thinking of opening a bank account. All right? Or I can also say something like, following the next, intending to, okay, I am intending to open a bank account. Keep on looking at the words that I'm choosing, okay? And the last one, okay, maybe, yeah, planning is missed. So, or maybe you can say like, I am planning, okay, to open a bank account with double C here and ends with a full stop. Now, this sentence is a very dissimilar sentence compared to the other, talking about the ideas. So, sentence number 3 talks about your quick decision, your snap decision, or instant decision. While the other 4 sentences talk about your plans and intentions. And what is the difference? Okay, this, like I've said, is neutral. You are not sure, so there is uncertainty, the idea of uncertainty in this, whereas all the other sentences talk about your plan, so there is sureness, or there is certainty. You're certain of this to happen. Now, that is quite simple, and I have simply explained about decisions, plans, and intention. Recapping it, if you talk about decision, use simple future tense with words like I think, I don't think, okay, perhaps, maybe, that's the structure. If you're thinking about some plans and you're sure that it's going to happen, you want to make your audience feel like this is what will exactly happen, okay, then you use the other 4 structure. Now, what you need to notice in these 4 structures, if you're using intending to, intending, okay, it's to plus verb 1. If you're using planning, it's the same, I'm planning to open. If you're using I am going to, okay, it's I am and going to structure, it's again 2 plus verb 1. But if you're using the verb thinking, thinking does not take 2 plus verb 1. I'm thinking to open, it's wrong, okay, so the right answer is of opening. Once you know this structure, okay, you can use it and you can impress your people. And when you get a question like, okay, in your examination, write a letter, okay, to your friend, telling about your plans and intention, okay, about the upcoming vacations to your friend, then you know what you're going to do. It's not that, okay, you cannot use this structure. You can use this structure, but your friend will simply know that you are not sure about these particular things when you use will. He will understand you're only taking decisions. And we take decisions anytime, okay, everywhere. If you're eating in a restaurant and your friend just asks you, what do you prefer to eat? Okay, you will just say, I think I will take a pizza. So that is what decisions are all about. But when you talk about plans, plans are related with future. Now, here's the hit, okay, the idea of future. See, what will happen? I am intending to open a bank account. I am doing this. Even if I'm doing this, okay, you know that I'm doing this in the future, not right now. So I'm indicating your future time by using present structure. And that is what it is happening in the other examples too. I am planning to open a bank account. I'm going to open a bank account. I'm thinking of opening a bank account right now. At present, I am not doing this. Please notice this. I am going to do this all, okay, in future, but I'm just trying to tell you that, okay, I am sure about what I'm going to do. Whatever the idea you use, the structure remains the same, the verb can vary. Now, why not only one sentence? Why all of these? That is to imply or execute the idea of variation in language. All right, variation in language. I don't like to put on the same clothes, okay, and enjoy 10 different parties. I like to put on, okay, new attire in every party that I go. I don't like to eat the same food every day. Okay, we even like to keep on meeting new people. So if you, unless and until you bring, okay, variation in your writing, okay, in almost everything that you use, your writings are not going to impress people. Your speaking, okay, is also not going to leave impression. And that's why we learn variations. Negative, I haven't made any sentences, but they can be very simple, like, okay, I am intending. Now you can just make it like, I am not intending, I am not planning, I'm not going to open, okay, I am not thinking of. Or for this, I like I've said, okay, I want, okay, I will not, or I want. That is what up to you. Uh, Now next is going to be quite different, because this structure is not so much acknowledged by many people, because this is quite not a common study in grammar, the use of future arrangements. So what is this future arrangements? Let's talk about this. Future arrangements. I'll bring an instance. If I am one of you, I'm a student, and I heard or I read a news on the notice board, okay, that the school, okay, is organizing a picnic this coming Saturday. Let's say this is an example. All right? And of course, in picnic, there are lots of things to do. Therefore, everything that you do in the picnic will have to be arranged. You're going to arrange them. Okay? There are timetables, like when to arrive, when to depart, what to do, okay, what to eat, okay, what to play, what else to do, okay, in the spot, and what are the other activities that you are going to do, when will you return. Everything will be arranged. But how do you talk about those arrangements? Now, can I say, okay, something like this? We will, okay, depart, if that is a verb, or we will arrive. Okay, there are many possible verbs with will. But see, if I say this, okay, we will take our breakfast at 8 sharp, 8 a.m. sharp. Now, when I say this, okay, right now we're talking about the picnic, and I'm talking about the arrangements that the school has made. If you see, or if you hear, if you write, or if you communicate to others like this, we will take our breakfast at 8 sharp, okay, what have I used? I have used will, and will is neutral. So I will think, if I am one of the, okay, picnic lover, and if I'm one of the picnic lovers, and if I'm going to be a part of this picnic, I will understand that, okay, I might not get the breakfast at 8. So maybe when I will be served with the breakfast, okay, it will be 9 or 10, or maybe, okay, very early, if we reach the venue, okay, or the spot, I might get it 7. So if I consider like I might get it at 9 or 10, I'll prefer to eat something, okay, in my house, and I will make that preparation so that I do not have to starve, okay, till 9 or 10. But if you want to make sure, like, okay, this is exactly going to happen at 8 sharp, so I prefer to change the tense. So I will use here, we are taking. All right? So we are taking our breakfast at sharp 8, or 8 sharp. When I say this, I am actually convincing the people that this will happen for sure. There is certainty, there is sureness, and you don't have to, okay, go beyond 8 to enjoy your breakfast. And that is what it happens, okay, in understanding language. Someone who has a good concept of understanding vocabularies and the tense structures will make meanings by following these ideas. Someone who doesn't have will keep on making mistakes. And that is why when you're taking exam questions, okay, you feel like you have written a whole lot of thing, and then when you go to your teachers always, okay, tell you that your writing is not a good writing, your writing is not a furnished writing, okay, there are so many, okay, things that you have to improve, but you never know what are these improvements. Now you know it. I think at least I can consider that. See, we use the verb am, is, or plus verb plus ing plus adverb of future time when necessary to avoid confusion with the present time. More examples to read. Okay, these are not so important to talk about. Okay, the confusion parts and the time adverb parts, because unless you learn a lesson of adverbs, you might not acknowledge, okay, what these actually are. But right now, I'm just trying to make it comfortable to you in moving on with the next slide. All right? See the example here. How will I use the right tense and correct my sentences? What do you think, okay, will get the job, Betty or John? Or who do you think will get the job? See, why will get the job? Because you're uncertain. It's not planned. When will you arrive? For arrive. When will you arrive in London? Okay, not sure. So you can just use will. What are you going to do when you leave school? Now you're talking about your plans. And instead of saying what will you do, okay, when I say what will you do, you will give me the answers from where I come to know that you are not prepared. But when I say, okay, what are you going to do when you leave school? I am trying to know about your plans. So therefore, you must use the tense that I have stated, the continuous tenses, intending, planning, thinking of, and others. The last example from this sentence, I have put my boots on because I'm going to wash the car. See, you have a purpose defined. I have put my boots on. You have a reason, you have the evidence, and therefore you will use I'm going to wash the car. In second last sentence, I will call you when I get to the hotel. You're even not sure whether you are going to get to the hotel or not, and therefore you cannot use the continuous tense. So you will simply rely on the use of, okay, simple future tense, I will call you. Okay, and this person whom you've said this will understand, okay, two things. You may not get into the hotel, and even if you get into the hotel, okay, he might not call you. That is a clear message he would read. The following people are about to do something. You can see what their future intentions are now. So if you're going to plan, what does she need the telephone for? If that is, okay, an intention, that is a plan. She got this phone for a purpose, then she would use, she is going to call her dad. This is what I would speak, because I know that she is surely going to do this. In the same way, why are they wearing sports suits? Okay, they are going to play squash. They're planning to play squash. A better is like they're going to play squash because it is going to happen immediately afterwards. More examples, okay. Why is daddy not coming with us? Okay, because he's going to repair the car, so he will stay back and we have to go. We will leave him. Why are all these books on the table? Okay, we are planning to study for a maths test, and that's how you put the answers. Why do you need a map? Okay, we are walking around the city, if that is the arrangement, a part of the event that you are going to explore after a while, or if it is going to happen the next day or 2 hours after, you can say, okay, we are planning to walk around the city, we are intending to walk around the city, or we are thinking of walking around the city. I will skip this part so that I can go to the next. Let's see, okay. Now here is the exercise for you. The following people do not intend to do the following actions. Do not intend negative structure. So I will just do two and I will leave the rest for you people to try on your own. Make negative sentences, the future intentions. I sell my car, okay. Future intention, I'm not going to sell my car. I am not thinking of selling my car, okay. I'm not planning to sell my car. See, I get very used to with those structures because I'm much obsessed in understanding grammar, and whenever I make sentences, they are automatically processed. It takes a lot of courage, lots of practice, because it's sure the more you practice, the better person you become in using language in your life. The last one maybe I should do, okay, we get up early next Sunday, okay, we are, if that is a arrangement you're talking about, we are not getting up early next Sunday, or if that is just a plan or intention, okay, we're not planning to get up, okay, early next Sunday. Hopefully, okay, it means like, okay, you're going to sleep late morning. What is the person going to do next year? Now, more or less, if you want to practice with this at home, you can work on these exercise, New Year resolutions. Okay, are you planning to lose your weight? Will you be doing some exercises? Okay, are you going to drink more water? Okay, to do this, what are your ideas? You can focus on all these things and try implementing the ideas that I have mentioned here on the board in today's class. So the class is over, and we will meet next week with next interesting topic. For time being, for the whole week, you can make a lot of plans, you can make a lot of intentions, and whenever you explore out with your friends and family and the relatives or the people who are around you, you can practice making decisions, and with that, you will come to know that you have flourished your language abilities. And the most interesting part right now, a kind of assignment that I can leave for you people before I go, you can address a letter to your teacher who has been teaching you English for a pretty long time, and tell him about your plans and intention of improving your language abilities for this whole month. Use these structures, please. All right, bye bye. We will meet again. Thank you very much.